Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of our whimsical world of claymation politics. Today, we have a rather intriguing story to share with you. So it seems even the fancy lights of Paris can't cut through the confusion of American politics. The City of Light, with all its charm and elegance, stands in stark contrast to the murky waters of political discourse across the Atlantic. French President Macron, maybe with a baguette in hand, flew to Washington to convince President Trump to care about Ukraine. Imagine the scene. Macron, with his characteristic French flair, stepping into the White House, hoping to bridge a gap. Turns out, that's about as easy as teaching a dog to fly. The cultural and political differences were just too vast, making the task seem almost impossible. Sources say the meeting was, super awkward. The tension in the room was palpable, with both leaders struggling to find common ground. Macron wanted a friend, someone to stand with him for democracy. He hoped for a united front, a partnership that could send a strong message to the world. Instead, Trump talked about mining deals. It was as if they were speaking two different languages, with Trump more interested in economic gains than geopolitical stability. Because, fighting for freedom means getting a good price on rocks. The absurdity of the situation was not lost on anyone, highlighting the often surreal nature of international diplomacy. In the end, Macron left Washington with little more than a polite handshake and a sense of frustration. His plea for support had fallen on deaf ears, leaving him to ponder the complexities of global alliances. And that's the story of a futile plea across the pond. Stay tuned for more claymation tales from the world of politics. Until next time, take care. Remember when Macron was all about standing up to Putin? Well, after visiting Trump, he seems to have changed his mind. At a really awkward press conference, Macron said we should talk to Putin again. Yes, the same Putin making a mess in Ukraine. And now, Macron suddenly understands Trump's tough guy act. Because when you're dealing with someone who cares about Twitter and money, being tough is the only way to talk to him. Who knew? Macron doesn't want Ukraine to give up. He wants a peace deal, but a special one. It can't be a loss for Ukraine, which is like saying you want a birthday without getting older. And of course, we need promises of safety, maybe from other countries. Where would these peacekeepers go? Well, that depends. Because who needs real plans when you have hopes and dreams, right? Back in America, Trump has his priorities straight. While the world is in chaos, Trump is laser focused on what he does best, making deals. Forget war and people hurting. He has a mining deal with Zelensky. Yes, you heard that right. While others are concerned about the humanitarian crisis, Trump is busy securing lucrative contracts. The fate of a country is up in the air, but Trump wants to make sure America gets its share. He's meticulously planning how to carve out a piece of the pie for the US, ensuring that his business interests are well protected. Because the best way to end a war is to make money from it, right? In Trump's world, every crisis is an opportunity, and this war is no different. He believes that financial gain is the ultimate solution to global conflicts. And if you thought Trump was just talking, he's planning a trip to Moscow to finish the deal. He's not just sitting back and watching, he's taking action, flying across the globe to ensure his plans come to fruition. He says this will end the war in weeks. With a thumbs up and a so-called peace plan in hand, Trump is confident that his business acumen will bring about a swift resolution. Because nothing says peacemaker like hanging out with a dictator who's bombing people. In Trump's world, alliances are formed not based on ethics but on potential profit, even if it means shaking hands with the very people causing destruction. Get ready, things are about to get strange. The geopolitical landscape is shifting in ways no one could have predicted. Remember the UN, that group for world peace? Once a symbol of global unity and cooperation, it now finds itself in a precarious position. Well, they did something crazy. In a move that shocked the world, the UN made a decision that left everyone scratching their heads. The US, the land of freedom, voted with Russia. Yes, you heard that right. The two nations, often at odds, found common ground. And not on just anything, but something that wasn't against Russia's actions in Ukraine. This unexpected alliance has left many questioning the future of international relations. Meanwhile, Putin is blaming Zelensky for the war. In his speeches, he paints a picture of a conflict driven by Zelensky's ambitions. He says it's only going on because Zelensky wants to stay in charge. This narrative has added fuel to an already raging fire. And the EU? They're talking big but giving into pressure. Despite their strong words, their actions tell a different story. It seems Macron's trip has made the EU let the US and Russia take control. The balance of power is shifting, and the EU's role is becoming increasingly uncertain. Who needs principles when you can have peace, right? In this new world order, the lines between allies and adversaries are blurring, leaving us all to wonder what comes next. Dear friends, thanks for the watch. We will continue to bring up our updates in a smooth and watchable way. Thanks once again. Please like and share. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.